Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. 2018 Fireballs here, back with another MLB 9 Innings 22 video. We're back with the showcasing series today, and we got 3 new teams to review. And as always guys, if you want to be part of the showcasing series, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave a comment down below requesting to be showcased with your team name. And last but not least, don't forget to send an in-game friend request to my main team, 2018 Fireballs. And yeah, without further ado, let's hop straight into the new teams that we have today. First team we have up today is Filipino Dodger. He runs a Dodgers team with a Diamond S set deck and a Dodgers S set deck. Filipino Dodger also creates MLB 9 innings content on YouTube. Hasn't posted a video in a while, but the videos that he has posted are really good and very enjoyable to watch, so feel free to show some support. I'll leave his link down in the description box below, and yeah, feel free to check him out if you please. Anyways, hopping into his lineup, batting first for him, he has a Jock Peterson 2019 signature card, a very good looking sig, and only 14 to the right side, not too bad. Would like to see that speed a little lower than 11. Don't really like to see orange on any of the right side stats, but it's okay since it's only 14 to the right side. Looking at the left side, 17 power, 13 eye, 13 contact. Would have liked to see that eye get the second points to special training rather than the contact, since it is the lowest good hitting stat right there. But a good train regardless. And then looking at the skills, barreled up charisma, and then heavy hitter. Very good skill set right there. Very good candidate for a blue ticket since it is a 3-3 skill set. Heavy hitter is not a bad silver skill, but if you could upgrade that to something like Spotlight or Slugger Instinct, that would make this an endgame card. So a little bit to work on this card, but it's very good overall. Batting second in the lineup, there's a Corey Seager 2016, not his best year. His best year is his 2020 card, but any SIG card is a really good card to have. Looking at the train, only 13 to the right side, awesome right there. 20 power, 13 eye, 11 contact, special training lines up perfectly. And then looking at the skills, charisma, barrel it up, and pinpoint strike, great skill set right there. He does get the barrel it up bonus, and he does get above 240 points, speed plus contact. So there's many theories on barrel it up, whether that be 100 speed or 225 contact and speed combined, and even 240 contact and speed combined. So if any of those theories are true, this card makes all of those requirements for all of those theories. So great job with this card. Batting third in the lineup, Black Diamond Justin Turner 2017. I believe this is his best year, if I'm not mistaken. Only 12 to the right side, but would like to see power 1 here. 15 to each of contact, power, and eye is really good. But since the special training doesn't line up, power 1, I2, contact 3, would really like to see that perfected. Still very good job getting into the left side, all the special training. And then skills right here, Slugger Instinct, Charisma, A Specialist. This is another good card for a blue ticket candidate since A Specialist isn't the greatest gold skill. Again, it'd be good to have Spotlight or even Batting Machine as a third skill. But very nice job with this Justin Turner. Batting fourth in the lineup, there's a Max Muncy 2019. All of his cards are really similar, so I don't really know which one is the best card. Anyways, this training on this card, 14 to the right side, good job right there. 22 to power is insane. 11 to contact, 10 to eye. The only critique here is that eye isn't number 1. Even though the base stat is higher, eye, in my opinion, should be prioritized over contact. But it's still a very good train. 22 power on any card is amazing. And then skills, Spotlight, Charisma, and Hawkeye. Great skills right here. Would like to see that third skill. Other than that, this is an awesome card, and that 164 power is just simply amazing. Batting fifth in the lineup is Mookie Betts 2020, his best Dodgers card. Only 12 to the right side, wow, very impressive. And 20 to power, 16 contact, 9 to eye. And same with a lot of the other cards. Would like to see that second special training go to eye instead of contact, and especially this card since the eye is considerably lower than the base contact. And again, this is another card that could be used for a blue ticket. Heavy hitter is a great third skill, but not the best. And if you're looking for endgame skills, by no means am I saying this is a bad skill set. Just looking for head. Whenever I criticize skills, I'm imagining the best possible scenario. And there's nothing wrong with heavy hitter. It's just that they could be better, and would definitely like to see this card with, again, Spotlight, Charisma, Spotlight or Slugger Instinct. And it looks like he does get one of the meet one of the barrel up bonus requirements. So I believe this card will get the barrel up bonus and do very well. So if you could change that third skill, heavy hitter, to Spotlight or Slugger, it would be really good. Batting 6th in the lineup is Manny Machado 2018. This is an awesome shortstop card for the Dodgers to have, for any Dodgers team to have. 13 to the right side, 16 power, 16 eye, 12 contact. Now that's a great train right there. As you guys can see, 72 to eye on the base stats and 76 contact on the base stats. It's good to get that eye up there since it is lower than the contact. And then looking at the skills, slugger instinct, charisma, it ain't over yet. Great skill set right there. Batting 7th in the lineup, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Prime Vladimir Guerrero Prime 2000, not Junior. 12 to the right side, great train, 16 power, 16 eye, 13 contact, exact same train as Machado actually. That's pretty insane. And then actually not exactly, one more to contact, but still regardless, beautiful job at getting this card the way it is, and great job getting that eye as the second special training since it is lower than the contact. Slugger Instinct, Batting Machine, Leg Day, not the greatest skill set, but I wouldn't worry about it too much since he is the non-team card. You did a really good job developing him though, considering he's not a non-team card. And now that there's a 26-man, you may want to consider reskilling him. I don't know what your plans may be, but this is definitely keepable for now, and I would say very good job with this card. Batting 8th in the lineup is Cody Bellinger 2017. His best year is 2019, and this is his second best year, I believe. Looking at the train, 14 to the right side, yeah, and 16 to power, 14 eye, 13 contact. Great job with that train. Batting Machine, Spotlight, another good skill set right here. Exhaustion is not a very effective third skill, but Bellinger does have SIGs, so if you do pull his SIGs, you can improve upon that later on. Batting last in the lineup, you have a Yasmani Grandal 2016, a very good catcher's card. Training's not necessarily on point right here, only 6 to power, and that's 18 to the right side, so I would definitely go ahead and retrain this card when you can. This is the only blemish on your whole lineups, so definitely would change his skills as well and retrain him when you can. Or you could pull his SIG in the future if you anticipate it, so it's all up to you, but I would retrain this and reskill the card when you have the resources. And then just looking at the bench players, I see you have a Matt Kemp 2018, and there's some skills right there. I see you're going for batter's chemistry, you have bad ball hitter, so keep on going with that. It's always good to have that batter's chemistry there. Gives extra bonus to the batters in the lineup. Moving on to the pitching rotation, starting off as your ace, you have a Bob Feller Legend, and looking at the train, only 6 to stamina, 19 to velocity, 17 to location. Amazing train right there. And break gets the last amount of special training points. Fireballer, untouchable stability. Another candidate for a blue ticket. Stability is really, really good. Okay, now I see. Okay, I see why. I see what you did there. So with your Yasmani Grandal, you went for that high fielding for the stability bonus, which activates after 110 fielding on your catcher. So I see what you did there. So you can keep the card Yasmani Grandal the way it is. I just had to come to the realization that you were going for the stability bonus. But yeah, that's a great job right there. Definitely keep those skills, and this is a pretty much an endgame skill set right here. Only thing better would be if you had finesse pitcher or last boss, but then again, stability is not terrible, so you can keep this the way it is, but I would roll a blue ticket on it later on if possible. Second in the pitching rotation is Zach Greinke Prime, 2015 card, 7 to stamina, very good right there, 18 to location, 17 velocity, and 9 to break, also 6 to fastball. Skills, firefighter, fireballer, and finesse pitcher. A lot of F right there. But finesse pitcher to level 8, that's awesome, and fireballer is an endgame legend skill, and I would definitely keep this skill set. Very good job. Third in the pitching rotation, Clayton Kershaw 2015. One of his better years, only 2 to stamina. That's insane right there. I don't even have a pitcher's train like that on any of my pitchers. Looks like you went for the finesse pitcher train, dominant pitcher, finesse pitcher, and great job. You went dominant pitcher 8 to get the most out of velocity and fastball, while also getting the finesse pitcher bonus. So this is definitely an endgame card that you're going to keep for a long time. Jerry Russ, 1980, what am I saying, 20 something. 16 to velocity, 15 to location, and 12 to break, and only 6 to stamina, which is always very good to see. Fixer, cleaning up your mess, untouchable. I actually have this exact same skill set on my Drew Pomeranz. I would go ahead and open up a skill storage slot and try to land a legend skill on him. I know he's not a signature, and you may buy the Team Select signature pack. I don't know, but I would go ahead and reskill that when you can. Untouchable is the only active skill, and Fixer is only active when you're losing, so in reality, You only have one good skill on this card while you're winning, so you definitely want to get those other 2 skills to be active while you're winning and even while you're tied. But this is a very good card, just needs some new skills. Last in the rotation is Walker Buehler 2018, actually his best card. 22 to location, wow, and 10 to velocity, and 10 to fastball and break, and only 5 to stamina. Love to see it right there. Finesse pitcher, last boss, and setup man. Setup man doesn't do much just for the first inning, but boss and finesse pitcher is a really nice skill set to have. And then going into the bullpen, Hung Chi Kuo 2010 Black Diamond Prime, that grade increase is insane. 22 to velocity, whew, that's crazy. And then 13 location and 11 to fastball. Dominant pitcher stability, last boss, great skill set for a relief pitcher right there. All stats are, all skills are activated when he's pitching, so that's a really good skill set to have. Second in the bullpen, Jake McGee 2020, and he has 20 location, 10 to velocity, 11 to break. Looks like he went for a finesse pitcher train right here, and you did. Dominant pitcher, finesse pitcher, fearless, not the greatest skill set, but dominant pitcher and finesse pitcher do really well, so I can see why you kept that right there. And you do get the finesse pitcher bonus, which is always good. Third in the bullpen, you have Kenley Jansen 2016, 24. Oh my goodness, that is the most I've seen so far. 24 to velocity and 15 to location, 7 to fastball, 4 to stamina, insane. Last boss, dominant pitcher, yeah, dominant pitcher train all the way right there. And you didn't even need to go fastball too, since he already has that high velocity. Just an insane train, very nice job with this card. Jimmy Nelson 2021, sadly he's out of the game. Finesse pitcher, dominant pitcher, and 22 to location, 9 to velocity, 10 to break. You went with the finesse pitcher bonus right there. Great job, and as a middle reliever, he should do well. Julio Urias 2019, his best relief pitcher year. 16 to location, 14 to velocity, and 15 to break. Another finesse pitcher train, and there we go. Finesse pitcher, last boss. Good skill set for a middle reliever. And then last in the long relief role is Pedro Baez, 21 to velocity. You have some crazy trains on your pitchers with the velocity and the location, man. It's very impressive, man. Very impressive. And only 6 to stamina. Iron Will, untouchable winning streak. Honestly, besides winning streak, that's a really nice skill set to have on a long reliever. This guy will only come in when you're either losing really bad or in extra innings. So it's a really nice skill set, and wouldn't bother with him too much since he is a long reliever. Won't affect your team that much. And then finally, your closer is Eric Gagne 03, best relief pitcher in the game. 19 velocity, 12 to location, and 11 to fastball, only 5 to stamina. Winning streak, warmed up center man, triple threes right there. Great job, and only one critique, warmed up is an okay skill, but you can really maximize this card's potential if you use the blue ticket and went for something like last boss. Setup man and winning streak is definitely a keeper on this card, but it will get nerfed by mentor levels, so I would go ahead and use a blue ticket on warmed up when you have the blue tickets enough to do that. And yeah, landing something like last boss, finesse pitcher, and maybe even untouchable. I've heard untouchable is not that great of a skill set for a reliever, but anything like last boss, even dominant pitcher would do well. But yeah, to maximize this card's potential, I would definitely try and land one of those good gold skills. And that's going to do it for the team. Overall, this team is very nice. Just a little bit of retraining here and there, and definitely look for that batter's chemistry on Matt Kemp. And some skills just need to be finalized with that good third skill. I know I shouldn't be one to criticize since my team isn't even this good, but with the knowledge that I have, having 3 good skills on all your endgame cards is really what you need to be competitive in this game, and that's what you should shoot for. But overall, a very nice team. It was very fun to review this team, and great job, bro. Best of luck with the upcoming Team Select signature packs that you buy, or whatever it may be that you're doing with your team. Anyways, let's hop straight into the second team that we have for today's video. Next up, we have Dean the Beans 17. He runs a Toronto Blue Jays team with a Toronto C set deck and Diamond S set deck. Getting straight into the batting order with the first batter in the lineup, a Marcus Semien 2021. I would really love to have this Blue Jays Marcus Semien on my Blue Jays team. 73 base, just a crazy card. Train could be a little better. 16 to the right side is pretty high through level 16, so I would go ahead and retrain that. You want to aim for 15 or less to the right side. And then skills, batting machine, reliable pinpoint strike. Not the best skill set, so since this card is very good, it is an endgame Blue Jays card, and you are free to play, I would go ahead and retrain this when you can, and go for skills like Charisma, Slugger Instinct, Batting Machine, Spotlight, and try to roll any combination of those on this card when you have the skill changes. Batting second in the lineup, you have a Gurriel Jr. 2020, and this is his best year, I believe, and only 10 to the right side through level 14. Very, very nice right there. Definitely keep this train and keep going as you upgrade him. Prediction 5-tool player, barrel it up. Not the greatest set of gold skills, but depending on your amount of skill changes that you have, I would go ahead and keep this for a while until you can get endgame skills on other cards that you need to prioritize, like your Prime Donaldson, and I know you have a few other good cards on your team as well. But great job with the train, and later on down the line, go ahead and try to find an endgame skill set for him. Third in the lineup, you have a live Vladimir Guerrero Jr. 2022 card. I would hold off on maximizing him out since he is a live card. You never know what may happen. From personal experience, I've had cards that I thought were going to do good, and then later on in the season they get injured, or they just don't play as well, and Comtuos nerfs their stats. So invest into him, but don't invest as much as you would invest in an endgame card just because he's a live card. Spotlight 5-tool player is a good skill set to keep on him since he is a live card, and the train isn't half bad as well with 10 to power and 10 to contact through level 12. So you can keep developing him if you want, but my personal opinion would be to hold off on upgrading him and finding him better skills for the time being. Batting fourth in the lineup is Josh Donaldson 2015. It's his prime card, 16 to the right side, not a terrible train through level 20. You could perfect it later down the line when you have the resources, the tickets, and the points to do so. But this isn't bad at all since all the special training goes to the left side. But would have liked to see that contact, or sorry, not the contact, but the eye get the second amount of points to special training. And then looking at the skills, Slugger Instinct, Training Junkie, Pinpoint Strike. This is an endgame card, so I would go ahead and reskill that when you have the chance. Like I mentioned before, Charisma, Slugger Instinct, Spotlight, and Batting Machine. And even, what's that other skill? Barrel it up, yes. Any combination of those skills together would do really nicely on this card. Batting fifth in the lineup, you have Heimer Candelario 2018, his signature as your DH. Full swing hitter, Batting Machine is not a terrible skill set, but he is a non-team card, so I wouldn't really invest too much into him. Upgrade him when you happen to pull his card out of a premium pack or something random like that. But his train isn't half bad through level 12, only 10 to the right side. So try to keep this card in your lineup for as long as possible since it is a signature card, but later down the line, I would go ahead and replace him with a team card in the future. And batting sixth, we have Mike Trout. Not his best year, 2014, but he's also not a team card, so I wouldn't worry about him too much. 11 to the right side on the train, not too bad through level 12. And then Master Base Thief Batting Machine, not the greatest skills, but I wouldn't worry too much about him since he's not a team card. Seventh in the lineup, JT Real Muto, 2020. Not a team card again, only 12 to the right side though, so that's a pretty good train through level 14. And looking at the skills, heavy hitter, flashing the leather, and fastball crusher. Oh my goodness, I can't speak. 3 skill set right there, but then again, not a team card. So just like the other non-team cards, look to replace him with a Blue Jays team card in the future. I know that the Blue Jays don't have the best catchers in the world, so you might want to consider keeping this card since it is a better catcher than any of the Blue Jays catchers, and you could have the 25th or 26th man. The best catcher that the Blue Jays do have is Danny Jansen 2020, I believe, or 2021. Correct me if I'm wrong. But you have a couple options with this card. You could keep this card as a 25th man or a 26th man and develop him, or you could look to replace him with Danny Jansen later down the line when you get him in a Team Select Diamond pack. Eighth in the lineup is Michael Brantley 2015, another non-team card, 14 to the right side to level 14. Not too great. Prediction, going for the first pitch and pinch hit specialist. Not the greatest skill set, but yeah, definitely look to replace him with a team card. I know the Blue Jays have quite a few good outfielders. Randall Grichuk, Gurriel, you already have him, and even, what's his name? Teoscar Hernandez is also another good Blue Jays card that you can replace him with in the future. Last but not least in the lineup is Asdrubal Cabrera 2013. He's no longer in the game, so I would keep this card in your backups just since he's a retired card. And looking at the skills, not great either. Ace Specialist, Fastball Crusher, Push Hit, and then the Train 13 to the right side through level 12. Again, not a team card, but the Blue Jays do have a good shortstop in Bo Bichette, so look to pull his Blue Jays card out of a team select diamond or any random pack and try to replace Asdrubal Cabrera with Bo Bichette when you have that card. That does it for the batters lineup. Let's look into the pitching rotation now, starting off with your ace, Jose Barrios, 2021, one of the best Blue Jays starting pitchers in the game. 19 to velocity, 12 to location, only 7 to stamina, and last boss winning streak warmed up. Would like to see a combination of last boss, finesse pitcher, dominant pitcher, untouchable. Any of those 4 skills together are very, very good, or pretty decent in my opinion, but if you go for that on this card, he'll definitely be much better than he is, and since he already has high base stats, he'll improve even further when you can get a combination of those good skills. Second in the rotation, Jacob deGrom, 2021. This is the best starting pitcher card in the game by grade increase distribution. Yeah, I can't say much else. This is just an insane card. You have a pretty good train on him through level 16, only 6 to stamina. Definitely consider keeping him as a 26th man or 25th man, since he is the best starting pitcher card in the game. Clean up your miss winning streak. Untouchable is not a bad skill set at all for where you're at as a team, so definitely keep him the way he is and keep upgrading him. Third in the rotation, you have a Max Scherzer 2013. His best Tigers card, unfortunately, is not a team card, and only 6 to stamina through the first 10 levels of training, and no good skills really on this card. So since he's not a team card, but he is a pretty good Tigers card with good base stats, I would develop him if you have the resources, but then again, you have a lot of other cards to prioritize that are team cards, so keep this card on standby. If you can't pull a better Blue Jays pitcher like Robbie Ray, I know there's also J-Hap, but he's not in the game anymore. But I do know there are a few other good pitchers like Taijuan Walker that are Blue Jays cards that you could pull to replace Scherzer. So keep him on standby. If you don't end up pulling a team card that can replace him anytime soon, when you have the resources, I would go ahead and use them on him after you've prioritized your other Blue Jays cards first. Fourth in the rotation is a Mark Burley 2014. He has low base stamina, and 6 through 14 levels is not terrible. Hopefully you can get more to velocity and location through the next couple levels. And then looking at the skills, untouchable power pitcher, not the greatest skill set, so I would definitely keep on training him, see what you get. If you get higher than 8 or 9 stamina, I would go ahead and retrain him. And then looking at the skills, I would go again, like I said, for untouchable, finesse pitcher, last boss, or dominant pitcher. Fifth in the rotation, you have a Nick Pivetta 2021. Not a team card again, only 14 levels through the first, only 14 levels of training on him, and then 7 to stamina through those 14 levels. Again, not a team card, and there are better Blue Jays pitchers out there that he can be replaced with, and the skills are decent. Finesse pitcher, inning eater is not the greatest skill set, but it's okay. So keep him in the lineup as long as you can until you get a Blue Jays pitcher that can replace him. Going into the bullpen, you have Aroldis Chapman 2021 right here, an awesome card with great base stats. Only 4 to stamina through level 14. Definitely keep this train. 14 to break is a bit high, but he's not a 9-team card. I'm pretty sure, I assume that you got this from the Ultimate All-Star pack, which is a really, really nice card to pull from that. Untouchable Fixer is actually not a terrible skill set for a middle reliever, so he is in the setup role. What I would do is, since he has those skills and he's a non-team card, go ahead and put him in one of the 3 middle relief pitcher roles where Jansen, Betances, and Castillo are, and he would do much better, and he would fit much better in the middle relief role since he does have the fixer skill. Second reliever in your bullpen is Ryan Tepera, and through 18 levels of training, 9 to stamina, it's a bit high, but it's okay for now. Looking at the skills, inning eater, 3 for 5 specialist, and field commander, not a great setup skill at a relief pitcher skill is what I mean to say. Not really good at all. So for relief pitchers, what you want to aim for, and especially in the setup role, before your closer comes in, you want to go for winning streak, setup man, last boss, finesse pitcher, dominant pitcher. Any of those skills combined together would be really good. And if you have any of those on any of these other pitchers that I'll be looking at, I would say put them in the setup man role where they can be effective before your closer comes in. Then, starting with your middle relievers, you have Casey Jansen, my bad. 2012, I believe this is his best year. 8 to stamina through 12 levels of training. Would like to see less than 8 stamina when he's maximized and upgraded to level 20. You have some time before you get to level 20 though, so keep upgrading him and then retrain him when you have the points. And then definitely look for skills for a middle reliever. You're looking for Fixer, Finesse Pitcher, Last Boss, Setup Man. Any of those skills together are endgame skills for a middle relief pitcher. Betances 2018, he's not in the game anymore and he's a non-team card, so I wouldn't worry about him too much. Only through 10 levels and 5 to stamina, not too bad. Pitching Machine, Clean Every Mess, Golden Pitcher, wouldn't worry about his skills since he's not a team card. Look to replace him with a good Blue Jays relief pitcher. Third middle reliever is Diego Castillo 2019, again another non-team card. Iron Will, 3-for-5 specialist, train's not terrible, 7 to stamina is a bit high though. Again, don't worry about him too much, just look to replace him with a team card in the future. And then in the long relief role, Bergen 2021, Giant Crusher Untouchable. He is a long reliever, so I wouldn't really prioritize him, but he is a team card, so I would look to move him into the middle relief role where you could develop his skills. His skills aren't terrible for a middle reliever, but he's not the best Blue Jays relief pitcher, so it's up to you with this card. Use him for the set deck, definitely, to get from a C set deck all the way to an S set deck. Keep him in your lineup, but look to utilize him somewhere in the middle relief role, or you could even keep him in the long relief role. It's all up to you. And then last but not least, Adam Simber, 2021. Surprised they still haven't given him a profile picture, unless he's out of the game. Finesse Pitcher, Setup Man, hey, that's a great skill set for a closer right there. Definitely keep him where he is, and looking at the train through level 16, only 6 to stamina, so great job with him. He's your best relief pitcher by far, and you definitely did the right thing by keeping him in the closer role. Overall, man, your team is very, very nice. I love that you have the Gurriel Sig, the Vladimir Guerrero live card is nice as well, and the Blue Jays, can't speak today, sorry. Josh Donaldson, 2015 Prime at third base is amazing, and Marcus Semien. Just so many good cards on this team, has a lot of potential. The main thing, though, I would say is definitely replace all the non-team cards with Blue Jays Diamonds when you have the opportunity to. Even if they aren't better, I would still consider putting them in the lineup just to go for that S set deck. I noticed that when I was building my teams, all 4 of my teams, when I put my team cards in for the set deck, they perform way better, even though I have cards that appear to be better, like Mike Trout or Real Muto. Cards like that look good on paper, but from my personal experience, putting in team cards for the set deck is the best priority to get done with any team. So yeah, your team is looking great. Keep up the good work, keep opening those packs, keep collecting those team select diamonds, and best of luck with opening all those and building your team up. Finally, guys, let's get into the last team today in this video. Okay, last team we have today is Bobblehead 99. He's a very good clubmate of mine. He runs an Atlanta Braves A set deck with a Diamond S set deck. Let's hop straight into the lineup. Batting first, we have Dansby Swanson 2019, one of his better years. And looking at the train, 16 to the right sides, a bit high through level 19. I would go ahead and retrain and look for Power 1, I2, and Contact 3. And then looking at the skills, Charisma Prediction and Laser Beam. Not the worst skill set in the world, but definitely want to look for that combination of Charisma, Slugger Instinct, Batting Machine, or Spotlight. Prediction is not a bad skill at all. I have this on my JT Real Muto, and he hits for high batting average. But in ranked battle, you're looking for hitters to hit home runs. So in this case, I would skill him when you have the skill changes to do so. But I'm pretty sure as we go forward, looking at the rest of your team, you'll have other cards that you'll need to prioritize more. So definitely keep this skill set for now, but later down the line, prioritize him to get an endgame skill set. Second in the lineup, you have an Andrew Jones Prime 2005, a beast of a card with 86 base power. And looking at the train, 13 to the right side, great job right there. And definitely finish him off with amps. I would look to finish him off with Power 1, I2, and Contact 3, like I said for Swanson. And then looking at the skills, Spotlight, Batting Machine, Heavy Hitter, good skill set right there. Not the best skill set, but just like Dansby Swanson, this is a keepable skill set for now. But later on down the line, look to reskill him for an endgame set. Third in the lineup, you have Freddie Freeman 2017 Black Diamond Signature. Not his best year, but this is a very good card regardless. 14 to the right side on the train, good job there. But when it comes to the left side, looking at the Power, Eye, and Contact, would have loved and liked to seen I2 right here instead of contact. Because the base I is lower than the base contact, it's not the worst thing in the world. I would definitely go ahead and retrain him when you have the points and level reset tickets. And then looking at the skills, Born to be a Star is not the greatest legend skill. The only two really useful legend skills for endgame purposes would be Pioneer and Bad Ball Hitter. So I would keep rolling on him since he is, I believe, your only Black Diamond signature card. Unless Fulton Nevich. No, he's not. So yeah, Freddie Freeman is an endgame Braves card, so I would go ahead and re-skill him with premium skill change tickets and look for Pioneer or Bad Ball Hitter. And then if you don't get any good skills like you have on this Born to be a Star set, definitely use green tickets on him. And then yeah, pretty much all for this card is just retraining for that higher I and then reskilling for Pioneer or Bad Ball Hitter. Batting fourth in the lineup, you have a Black Diamond Josh Donaldson 2019, another very good Braves card, only 14 to the right side. Great job with that train right there. I is higher on the base stats than contact, so this is okay to have contact 2 and I3. And then looking at the skills in the back, Contact Master, Batting Machine, Full Swing Hitter. Again, Contact Master is not the greatest skill to have, but it's okay. Again, he's not better than Freddie Freeman since he is a normal card. He is a Black Diamond card though, so once you get skills on Freeman with Pioneer or Bad Ball Hitter, look to reskill Josh Donaldson to get Pioneer or Bad Ball Hitter as well. But this is definitely keepable for now. Roll with it as long as you can until you get the resources to change him. Batting fifth in the lineup and DHing for you, Rafael Palmeiro 1999. This is a crazy Rangers card, crazy grade increase distribution. And not a bad train through level 12, only 10 to the right side, 11 to power, 9 to contact, pretty low I though, which is kind of sad to see. But looking at the skills, Spotlight Ace Specialist Heavy Hitter, he's not a team card, so I wouldn't worry about him too much. Upgrade him when you get the random chance to, if you pull another vintage of his, or if you so happen to pull a normal vintage or whatever it may be. And definitely keep these skills and look to replace him with a better Atlanta Braves card in the future. Batting sixth in the lineup, Mike Trout 2020. This is one of his better years. 15 to the right side through level 20 is a good enough train, and he's not a team card, so I wouldn't develop him any further. 17 power, 15 contact, and 10 I. Very good right there. And Batting Machine and Master Base Thief is an okay skill set. Then again, he's not a team card, so don't worry about him. Keep him the way he is. This is a beautiful card you have right here. And then once you get a better team card, look to replace him in the very near future if possible, or in the later future. Batting seventh in the lineup, Ronald Acuna Jr. 2018. Not his best card. His best year is either his 2020 card or 2019 card. Anyway, looking at the train, 10 to the right side through level 14. Keep going with this train. It's looking very nice. 5-tool player, Ace Specialist. I would keep those skills for now. I would aim to get one of his better years in 2019 or 2020, since it has way better power and way better contact and eye. Keep developing him until you get a better card of him. That's what I would give advice on for this card. Ozzy Albies 2018 is your 8th batter in the lineup. 17 to the right side through level 18. A bit high. I would retrain when you have the resources. And then looking at the skills, Batting Machine Charisma, that's a keepable skill set right there. And I'm not sure if this is his best year, but definitely just look to retrain him and keep the skill set that you have on him for now. Last in the lineup, batting 9th, is Travis d'Arnaud 2020. This is his best year with the Atlanta Braves, if I'm not mistaken. Only 10 to the right side through level 12. Very, very good right there. And good job getting a high I train. Would like to see contact a little higher, but he does get a lot with that grade increase distribution, so I wouldn't worry about contact too much. And then looking at the skills in the back, Ace Specialist, Barrel It Up. He will definitely not get the Barrel It Up bonus, even with that high contact. So would definitely look to reskill him and keep upgrading him and keep training him as you go on. Also very nice, just notice you have a Jeff Bagwell legend in the on the bench. Definitely grade increase him when you can, and I would absolutely take him and replace him with Palmeiro when you can, since he will count as a team card when he becomes a diamond. Or he even counts as a team card now, but he will get that extra set deck effect bonus when you put him in for Palmeiro. Going into the pitching rotation now, excuse me, looking at your starting rotation, Ace John Lester 2016, out of the game now, 7 to stamina, not a terrible train right there, could be better. Last boss, clean up your mess and winning streak, not a bad skill set at all. He's not a team card, so just like the Palmeiro and the other non-team cards, upgrade him when you can. Actually, for Lester, you won't be able to, since he doesn't have any team cards available in the game since he got removed. So keep him in the lineup as long as you can. The skill set is really good on him for now, but like other non-team cards, look to replace him with a better team card pitcher in the future. Pitching in the second rotation spot is Mike Foltynewicz, 2018. One of his better Braves years, and 15 to velocity, 12 to location, 12 to break. Great job with that train. 8 to stamina is a bit high, but it's usable. And then skills, dominant pitcher, winning streak. Since he is a black diamond, definitely look to go for slow starter, fireballer, and even contact master as legend skills on him if you plan on using premium skill change tickets. With all your black diamonds, I would definitely prioritize Freeman first and then do Foltynewicz, only because Freeman is a SIG and Foltynewicz is a normal. That's what I would prioritize. That's why I would prioritize Freeman over Foltynewicz. Okay, moving on. Third in the rotation, you have a Clayton Kershaw, 2011. A really good SIG year for him. Not a team card, but since Kershaw's years are really good, I could see why you kept him in the lineup. Train isn't bad at all. 10 to velocity, 10 to fastball, 7 to location, and 7 to stamina is not too bad through level 14. And then skills, put away pitch, warmed up, iron will. Not the greatest, but since he's a skill, since he is a signature card, he does get that signature increase bonus. So, like Lester, keep him in as long as you can in the lineup until you can get a better team card to replace him. Fourth in the rotation is Charlie Morton, 2021, a really solid Braves pitcher right here. 6 to stamina through level 14. That's a bit high on the break though. You want to ideally have a lot of location and velocity, so I could see this being a retrain in the future. And then skills, ace, dominant pitcher, warmed up, not the greatest skill set. Try to go for last boss, finesse pitcher, dominant pitcher, and untouchable on any skill set for a starting pitcher. And then Max Fried, 2021, really nice Braves card. And looking at his train, he has 4 to stamina through level 14, and that's definitely keepable right there. Keep going with him. Dominant pitcher, fixer, and inning eater. Not the greatest skill set. Again, like I said for Charlie Morton, look for dominant pitcher, finesse pitcher, last boss, and untouchable. Any combination of those skills would work really well. So keep upgrading him. Keep going with this train. Hopefully he can get more velocity. And if he doesn't, I would go ahead and retrain. But a very nice card to have for the Braves team. And hopefully you can move him into the ace rotation, the ace spot in the rotation as time goes on. Now, moving on into the bullpen. For the setup men, you have Houston Street, 2005 Prime. A really nice card here. Finesse pitcher, dominant pitcher is a good skill set to have. And his train's not too bad at 7. Not a team card though. So keep developing him as you go along. And eventually look to replace him with a team card, like I've said with the other non-team cards. Tyler Matzik, 2021. Great relief pitcher for the Braves team. 3 to stamina through level 10 is really nice. Keep going with that train and upgrading him. Winning streak, cleaning up your mess. Not the greatest skill set for a setup man. Try to aim for the setup man skill, winning streak, last boss, finesse pitcher, or dominant pitcher. Any of those skills combined would work really well. And yeah, just keep upgrading him and developing him. And when you have the resources, skill change him when you can. And going into your middle relievers, Dave Raetti. Looking at the skills, not too great. Setup man, 3-for-5 specialist, triple threes. He is a middle reliever though, and he's not a team card, so I wouldn't worry about the skills too much. And then the train's not too bad, only 3 to stamina through level 10. But then again, like I said with the other non-team cards, you want to look to replace him with a team card in the future. And the Braves have a lot of good pitching, so with Team Select Diamonds, look for that better relief pitcher when you club craft them. In the second middle relief spot, Craig Kimbrell, 2013. I believe he's either the best, and if not, the second or third best relief pitcher for a Braves team. Only 5 to stamina through level 12. Keep going with this train. And he has finesse pitcher, golden pitcher. If you can, roll good skills on him, and what I would do is move him into the setup role over Matzik, since he has a better base overall, or even move him into the actually, never mind, you have a really good closer. So what I would do with Kimbrell is take him and move him into the setup role, either replacing Matzik or Street, but first get some good skills on him, and then proceed to move him into the setup role. Third middle reliever is Jesse Chavez, 2021, and this is a not a terrible card for a Braves deck. The 64 base overall may be deceiving, but he has 67 base velocity, which isn't too bad, and 67 location, which is also not that bad. 4 to stamina through level 10. Definitely could use some skills, but he is in the third middle relief role, so I wouldn't prioritize him as much since he won't be as active in games as the other two middle relievers. But definitely look to get some skills on him, whether that be fixer, last boss, even warmed up or setup man would be good as well. And then Huascar Ynoa in the long relief role, 61 base, 5 to stamina. Long reliever, he has better cards, I'm pretty sure. His 21-21 card, I believe, is better than this. So in the long relief role, keep him there. Use him for that set deck to try to get to the S set deck. And if you can, try to pull his better year. And if not, just keep him in for the set deck. And once the set deck is completed, look to replace him with a better Braves relief pitcher. Finally, last but not least, in the closer role, Greg McMichael, I'm butchering all these names. Greg McMichael, 1993, awesome signature card, and you got a absolutely amazing train on him. 3 to stamina, 19 velocity, 15 to location, 12 to fastball. Man, that's really, really nice right there, and special training lines up perfectly. Dominant pitcher, put away pitch, power pitcher. The only thing in this card that you really need to correct is the skills. For a closer, look for setup man, winning streak, and last boss. That would be the ultimate endgame skill set right there. Especially with this train, he doesn't have any bonus. Actually, he does. He has the dominant pitcher bonus, so you could go for dominant pitcher, boss, setup man, or winning streak. Any combination of those skills would be endgame. But overall, man, you have a great team. Almost there at that S set deck. Look to replace those few non-team cards with good team cards. Keep upgrading, keep training, and this team's going to be really, really good in the near future. But yeah, that's going to do it for all the teams showcasing today, and let's head into the outro. Alright guys, and that's going to do it for today's video. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to leave a like down below and subscribe to the channel. I enjoy helping you guys out with your teams, and thank you so much for allowing me to review them. It's really fun looking at the many different teams and just the different skill sets and different ways people can build a team. It's just so amazing how diverse this community is and every single team that I review. But with all that said, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Don't forget to check the description box down below for extra MLB 9 innings content, and I will see you guys all in the next video.